If an envelope from the Social Security Administration arrives in your mailbox and it says you owe money back, please do not ignore it, do not set it aside, and do not assume it is a scam. It may be real, and you may have as few as 60 days to respond before the government starts taking money directly out of your monthly check. Right now, in 2026, thousands of seniors across the country are receiving what SSA calls overpayment notices. Some of these letters are demanding $5,000. Some are demanding $10,000. One documented case involved a 71-year-old retiree being told she owed $14,000 for payments she received between 2022 and 2024. Payments that arrived because of a Social Security calculation error. Not her fault, just a letter in the mail asking for the money back. That is what we are talking about today. And I want to walk you through exactly what the law says you can do. Before I do, let me say this. I reviewed the official SSA Overpayment Fact Sheet, the SSA press release from March 2025, and the official forms directly on ssa.gov. Every number I give you in this video is from those sources. I am going to tell you what your rights are under federal law, not opinions, not guesses, what the law actually says. If this kind of information has ever helped you or someone you love, please take a second and subscribe. Every week on this channel, we go through exactly this kind of thing. Official documents, real deadlines, real dollar amounts, so that you are never caught off guard. Hit subscribe now and you will never miss one of these. Now, let me explain what is happening. The Social Security Administration has always had the legal authority to recover money if it paid you more than you were entitled to. That is federal law. What has changed recently is how aggressively and how quickly SSA is collecting. In 2024, after intense public pressure, SSA lowered its default withholding rate to just 10% of your monthly benefit. That meant if you owed money back, they would take a little at a time. Most people could handle that. In March of 2025, SSA announced it was reversing course. The agency reinstated its more aggressive recovery policy, and by mid-2025, the standard default rate for new Social Security overpayments settled at 50% of your monthly benefit. Think about what that means in real dollars. If your check is $1,600 a month, SSA could withhold $800 every single month until the debt is repaid. For someone on a fixed income, paying rent, buying prescriptions, keeping the heat on, that is not a small adjustment. That is a financial emergency. So here is what you need to know. Section 1. Why these notices are arriving now. SSA has been dealing with significant staffing shortages. Fewer workers are reviewing millions of accounts. That means errors from years ago are just now being caught and flagged. It also means SSA is slower to process the changes you report, like going back to part-time work or a change in household income or the death of a spouse. If your life changed in any way between 2020 and 2024, and SSA was slow to update your record, you may have been receiving a higher payment than you were entitled to, through no fault of your own, and you may now be getting a letter asking for that money back. Section 2. The 60-day window. This is the most important number in this video. When SSA sends you an overpayment notice, the clock starts ticking. According to the official SSA Overpayment Fact Sheet, if you do not contact SSA within 60 days of the date on that notice, the agency may begin reducing your monthly payment to recover what it says you owe, 60 days, from the date printed on the letter. Not the day you open it, not the day you call your daughter, the date on the letter. So the first thing you should do is look at your notice and find that date, then count 60 days forward on a calendar. Write that date down. That is your deadline. Section 3. Your 3 official options. Federal law gives you 3 paths when you receive an overpayment notice. You do not have to simply pay. Option 1 is repayment. If you agree with the amount and you are able to pay, you can repay the overpayment directly at ssa.gov/manage-benefits/repay-overpaid-benefits. You can also call SSA at 1-800-772-1213 and set up a repayment plan if you cannot pay the full amount at once. Option 2 is an appeal. This is called a request for reconsideration, and you file it using Form SSA-634. You would use this option if you believe SSA has the facts wrong. Maybe the amount is incorrect. Maybe you do not believe you were overpaid at all. You are asking a different SSA employee to review the entire case from the beginning. You can download Form SSA-634 directly at ssa.gov/forms/ssa-561.pdf. File this within your 60-day window. Option 3 is a waiver. This is filed using Form SSA-634. The waiver is different from the appeal. You use it when you agree an overpayment happened, but you are saying it was not your fault, and that paying it back would cause you genuine financial hardship. Maybe SSA made the error. Maybe you reported the change and they were slow to act. If repaying the money would mean you cannot afford groceries, rent, or your prescriptions, that is the financial hardship SSA looks for when evaluating a waiver. You can find Form SSA-634 at ssa.gov/forms/ssa-632.html. There is also a fourth option worth knowing. If you agree you owe the money but 50% withholding every month is more than you can handle, you can request a lower repayment rate using Form SSA-634. You can find that form at ssa.gov/forms/ssa-634.html. Here is the important thing about filing an appeal or a waiver. Doing so pauses the collection process while SSA reviews your case. That means filing is almost always worth doing, even if you are not sure you will win. The worst outcome of filing is SSA says no. The worst outcome of not filing is your check gets reduced before you ever had a chance to make your case. Section 4. A situation that plays out every day. Picture a 68-year-old woman named Ruth. She retired in 2022. She did some part-time bookkeeping work in 2023 and reported her income to SSA. But SSA was slow to process it. By the time they updated her record, SSA says she was overpaid by $6,200 across 14 months. In early 2026, a letter arrives. Ruth almost throws it away, assuming it is junk mail. Her son tells her to open it. Ruth does not agree with the amount. She kept records. She files Form SSA-634, the request for reconsideration, within 45 days of the notice date. She sends copies of the income she originally reported. SSA reviews the case. Her overpayment gets revised down significantly. Ruth did not ignore the letter. She acted within her window. That made all the difference. Section 5. What to do today. Here is the one action I want you to take before this video ends. Go find any SSA letters you have received in the last 60 days. Look for one that mentions the words overpayment or adjustment. If you find one, look at the date on the letter and count your deadline. Then call SSA at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov to find your local office and speak with someone in person. And please confirm your specific situation directly with SSA. Every case is different, and the right form for you depends on your personal circumstances. Only SSA can review your actual record. The 3 addresses you want to remember are ssa.gov/manage- benefits/repay- overpaid- benefits for repayment, ssa.gov/forms/ssa-561.pdf for the appeal form, and ssa.gov/forms/ssa-632.html for the waiver form. All free, all official. If this video helped you understand your rights, please share it with one person you care about. Overpayment notices do not come with instructions in plain English. That is what this channel is here to fix. Subscribe so you see the next one, and take care of yourself.